About that. How are you? It's Thursday. My name is Drew Moholland. This is Afternoon Drive on Joppa Radio. Hope you're all having a good day. Beautiful out there, huh? No? It's downpouring again. It'll stop raining again at some point, I think. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going away actually today, so tomorrow, kind of early morning flight tomorrow. I'm actually doing a little boys trip, golf, Myrtle Beach, so I'm leaving the rain. I think it's going to rain like this weekend, too. What is going on? We need spring. Spring's good. You know what's going to happen? It's just going to turn to summer. That's what's going to happen. And that is not going to be good. But I like spring. I want a spring. It's just not happening right now. But anyways, hope you're all having a good day out there. It has been a busy week. It is another busy weekend on the... well, there's a lot going on. Let's see. What should we talk about first? Boston schools have a new superintendent. We talked to the mayor about that today on I know a bunch of the stations. The mayor was everywhere talking about that. That's a big decision for these school districts, the superintendent. As we know here in Newburyport, they've had a few over the years, but yeah, that's going on. The shooting last night in Dorchester, that was kind of a lot. That was going on in the city of Boston last night. Those were the news stories. On a lighter note, both Boston sports teams will be at the Garden this weekend. Playoff basketball, playoff hockey. Big one for the Bruins tonight, though, before they get back to the Garden in Columbus for Game 4. So Bruins really need this one tonight. Down 2-1 in the series. They need to even things up. So, yeah, so the B should really win that one. Celtics back in action tomorrow. That's what's going on the playoff sports front. The Red Sox are in Chicago tonight to play the White Sox. So that is that. William Barr, Attorney General, did not testify in front of the House today. That was interesting. Maybe more interesting was how some of the Democrats, some of the congressmen treated that whole situation, calling him a chicken. One congressman actually brought fried chicken and put it where William Barr was supposed to be sitting. And he also brought a statue of a chicken. So very interesting there. In Washington, crazy times we live in, I guess. But yeah, I don't really know how to explain that. That was interesting to watch in real time. But the Mueller report and all the fallout that has come from this, you saw it yesterday, of course, where the big story on actually Tuesday night into Wednesday was Robert Mueller was not happy with the Attorney General and his portrayal of the Mueller report. Long story short, Mueller feels like his report was misrepresented by the Attorney General and told him so in a letter, a very angry letter, which Robert Mueller, special investigator, does not write very often. So that was interesting. What else do we have going on? Oh, other big news today. Just broke this afternoon. I should have mentioned this when I was talking about the Celtics, I guess. Danny Ainge, I guess, had a heart attack the other night. Minor heart attack. The Celtics GM, president of basketball operations, Danny Ainge, a heart attack. I guess it was around the game, what would that have been, Game 2 the other night. He's expected to be okay. Celtics said he's going to be back in Boston soon, so I don't think he actually ever got out of Milwaukee, but details are a little thin on that, but expected to be okay, but always scary. A minor heart attack for Danny Ainge. Hope he's doing okay. By all accounts, a really good guy. And an interesting story. How about New England being a bit of a trendsetter on this one? Maine being a trendsetter on this one, announcing the plan to eliminate the sale of foam cups by 2021. Probably something many of you don't even think about, but affects you every morning when you go to get your coffee at Dunks or wherever. And I don't know. It's interesting. First state in the nation to do that, the complete ban. I know a lot of places, Dunks included, was talking about going away from them anyway here shortly, but yeah, interesting story there. Styrofoam cups, first state in the nation, Maine, to go away from that. Kentucky Derby this weekend, one of my favorite events. I guess it's one of my favorite events because I don't know, it's just one big party, I guess, for a 2-minute race, which is kind of interesting. It's always exciting to watch the horse races. One thing I don't like is all these stories that I'm hearing from, in Santa Anita, you have all those horses that ended up dying on the track out there, 20-something over a short period of time. And the number one horse in this year's Kentucky Derby has been scratched from the race. He is not going to race. He had a health issue, something in his mouth. And it is a grueling sport on these horses. That's one thing I don't like. I wish I I wish I knew more about it because it's one of those kind of politicized issues where the people that actually deal with the horses say they are actually treated very well and that sort of thing. But then again, you have a lot of these horses that, like the horse that won the Triple Crown there a year or two ago, ends up being pulled off the track and he no longer races. He's just there for, his studying purposes. And they say that's kind of a hard life too when these horses are born to run. And they end up, being taken away from that. And, it's a business. And, of course, these horses are valuable when they have that kind of that blood and they turn out to be those sorts of great racers. But I don't know. I wish I knew more about that. I don't want to take too big of a stance on it either way because both sides seem to argue. And, you hear a lot from the racing community that they are some of the best taken care of horses out there. And then you have other organizations that say it is not the best situation for horses. But I guess you have to kind of investigate it to know, which I haven't done yet. So Kentucky Derby, though, no doubt about it, an exciting 2 minutes. That is Saturday at Churchill Downs in Kentucky, always a fun event. So busy weekend as far as activities, maybe a good day to watch because I think it's going to be not that great again this weekend. So here we go. We got Pentucket Softball in the house today. 4 members of the Pentucket Softball team in the house. Why don't I get out of the way, then we'll bring them in. Don't forget our shows, both radio and TV, are available on demand streaming on our YouTube channel and our SoundCloud. To reach the YouTube channel, go to, here it is, ncmhub.org, and click on the YouTube icon on the top right of the page. That is ncmhub.org, and click on that YouTube icon on the front right of the page, top right of the page. To reach the SoundCloud, do the same thing, ncmhub.org. Click on the cloud icon on the top right of the page. There's your audio, SoundCloud. A very cool thing. My name is Drew Moholland. This is Afternoon Drive on Joppa Radio. We got Lexi Foley doing the radio producing today, Tyler Neufeld, and David Kramer helping out on the TV side. Sarah Hayden in the house as well. Much more with Pentucket Softball when we get back. Keep it here, Joppa Radio. All right, welcome back to Afternoon Drive here on Joppa Radio. My name is Drew Moholland. Hope you're having a good Thursday. The weekend is almost here. It is, it's beautiful out. No, it's not. Joined here by the Pentucket Sachems softball squad. Well, a lot of them anyway. How are you, girls? We got 4 of them. Packed house. How is everybody?
How are you?
Good. I'm turning my monitor up here. What is going on with my microphone, Lexi? It's like gotten flexible and crazy. It's going to bother me all day. I'm sorry. It doesn't usually happen. All right, so let's wave to the camera here as we do this. Gina D'Agostino. Hello, Gina. Biz LaCroix. Caitlin Kuchar. And Megan McCoy. I think I got it all right. Very good. It worked out better than it did off the air. I screwed up everybody's name. Interesting start for you girls. What is it, 2-5 so far, right? As you kind of laughed. Not exactly a firing start out of the gate, but microphone. Geez, sorry. It's my one lesson. I always tell it, just grab the mic. You can't break it. Although I think I've broken mine somewhere along the line. 2-5 start. A little bit of a rough start for you girls, but you're just wait until the weather gets hot, right?
Yes, of course.
Of course. Does this team have the potential to come on back?
I think we do. It's a very new team. We lost 9 seniors last year.
9 seniors?
Yeah.
It's a lot.
So we definitely have potential to keep going and definitely to fight back.
It's a tough league, isn't it? Cape Ann League?
Yes, it is.
It's unbelievable. It's going to keep happening all day. Kate, so are you all seniors?
No, we're all juniors.
All juniors. So how many seniors do you actually have?
0.
You have no seniors.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
That's why next year I think we're gonna step it up a lot
Just
more.
grab that mic. You can just grab it. Don't be scared. Don't worry about it.
Because we have a lot of sophomores and freshmen right now, and they're learning just now because this is their first year on varsity.
Yeah.
And next year they're gonna have a lot more experience, and I think that we're starting to get a lot better each game that we play.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. So you girls will be really great next year.
Yeah.
Hopefully things come together this year too, and you can kind of come out a little early. Biz, we call you Biz LaCroix, right, or Elizabeth, but we go by Biz.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Hello, Biz. Welcome
Hi.
to the show. What is is this a fun group to be a part of?
Yeah.
Pentucket softball.
I think it's very fun. We're a
Yeah.
very close group.
Yep.
We don't just hang out at softball. We also hang out outside.
All the time.
Yes, all the time.
Yeah. Everyone's best friends.
Yes.
That's good. And Caitlin, is not exactly softball weather out there. This is a little bit tough these days, right?
Yeah.
Have you had rainouts?
I think one. Game?
Just one?
I think one game got canceled.
You've actually got kind of lucky. You didn't have a game today, I take it, right?
No,
Because
practice.
you had practice. Did that get canceled?
No, indoors.
Oh, did you already have it?
No, it's happening
No,
right
it's later.
now.
It's happening now.
Yeah.
You're skipping practice. That is hilarious.
We're supposed to have the game tomorrow, but I feel like that's going to be like 50-50 with
Tomorrow,
the weather.
yeah, probably. I don't think have we ever had a team actually skip practice for the show? Oh, we have. I guess we have. Never mind. You're not the first. Never mind. But Lexi wanted me to address this, by the way. None of you really use Twitter except for Gina. Gina, you kind of use Twitter, right?
Yeah.
It's okay. We're gonna start taking a poll because it's shocking to me how many high schoolers do not use it. I thought it was gonna be the next big thing, and Lexi told me one day nobody uses it. It's all Instagram. True. She's right. Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
know. I find a lot of funny videos on Twitter.
There you go. I enjoy the Twitter myself. Yeah. There you go. Well, be you and I, Gina, just on Twitter when it's all said and done. What's the best part about this team? Who's the fun? Who's the person that keeps things light and all that stuff? Is it one of you four?
I feel like all of us just like,
Grab
Like
that mic.
all
with it.
together.
All of you? You're all the fun ones?
yeah, we're all fun because like we're all so close. So then like when we're together, we're not shy ever, and we just like bring the best out of each other.
Is the spring sports kind of weird playing softball because it ends up getting very busy? Like, what do you have? You have, well, you're not graduating, but most teams would have graduation issues, but you don't even have any seniors, so I guess that's not an issue. But you got the proms and weather gets nice and all that stuff, and it's kind of a busy time of year, right?
It's obviously like busy, but I feel like it's better, at least for me, to
Yeah.
like stay more busier.
Yeah.
Just, like,
Keeps you out of trouble, is that what
Yeah.
you're saying?
Yeah.
I think that's a very fair answer. Very good. She needs softball to stay out of trouble. That's excellent. Caitlin, same for you, or
Yeah, same for me.
is it ever like a grind going? Just like softball's a long season. You
Yeah.
play a lot of games. Like it's not exactly like a fast-paced game all the time. Although I like it, but a lot of people say it's slow.
Yeah.
Does it ever get like to be a grind every day going to practice? Megan has a quick nod, by the way. We're gonna get to her with that same question.
Yeah,
Go
because
ahead.
like sometimes we go like weeks without like having breaks, and like
Yeah.
it's still fun, but like it's nice whenever we have a day off sometimes.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, I personally like having a lot of games in 1 week. Like whenever we have 3 games, I think it's fun. Like,
Get a
it's
little rhythm
enjoyable.
going.
Yeah.
Again, Megan, grind, yes.
Yes, I agree. Definitely just with schoolwork and, SATs coming up or AP exams or something like that. There's tons of studying to do and a lot of schoolwork, but
You get the check mark for mentioning schoolwork. Good job.
but it's definitely great just to be around everyone and have something to kind of distract you from not just schoolwork, but have something to go to every day that you love.
Excellent. I'm a big fan of your assistant principal and athletic director there, Dan Thornton. We've had him on the show many times, and he seems to be one of the more hands-on kind of AD/principal guys out there. True story.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
He's
Alright.
always supporting us too and coming
Yeah.
to the games.
He's always coming to the games. That does not surprise me. Yeah, no, it's okay. I understand. People aren't used to grabbing the microphones, but he's always going to the games. That's a cool thing. I always say I never really had that when I was in high school. I don't even my first 2 years. I didn't even really know my athletic director. Isn't that weird? That's weird. Girls have never had that experience, I guess, which is a good thing. What's going on in the high schools these days? Anything? What don't I know? Tell me. Catch me up to speed. Fun stories, but keep it clean for radio. But Twitter's out. We know that. We've already addressed that. 2019, something Drew doesn't know about high school at Pentucket.
Oh, we might be. They're like voting to make a new school
Oh.
because our school's like very old.
You
and we
impressed
need
your
a new
teammates.
school.
Good answer. They're going to build a new school?
Yeah, they're planning on it. They need like all the towns' agreement first.
Oh,
so
yeah. How many towns is Pentucket again?
3.
And which ones are they? Why don't you just tell me because I don't want to
West
screw it up.
Newbury, Groveland, and Merrimack.
Okay. I would have had 2 out of the 3. I would have screwed one of them up. Okay. So when's that? That's probably not going to happen when you girls are there, but
No, probably not.
Do you re-
Sadly.
I actually drive by. It's kind of a nice looking school from the outside. Does it need a lot of work inside?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
Yeah. They all laughed at that. Okay. So it's pretty, I guess I should walk in there someday. How's the softball field?
It's nice.
Oh, the softball field's actually really nice.
Well, there you go.
It's like newer too.
Yeah, it is
so.
just.
So they've worked on that.
Yeah.
Good. I guess, yeah, like the football field I remember is kind of rough, right? It's like grass and no lights and torn up and all that stuff. Yeah. All right. Well, that's good. How about so what positions do we play? Let's do that. Left or right? Gina.
I play first.
I play outfield.
Okay.
I play shortstop.
And I'm a catcher.
Catcher. Okay. Is there like one pitcher in softball?
We have like
we have
Do you have
two.
several? Okay.
So
Because that's
yeah.
different than like baseball, where you can't
Yeah.
pitch every day, but you have
Mhm.
like, so you have two. Does one pitch most games, or do you kind of rotate?
I think for the most part, Charlotte Latham, she's a sophomore.
Charlotte,
She's
okay.
been starting and pitching a lot.
Sophomore pitcher. Is that a little
Yes.
nerve wracking?
I
Not for you girls, for her probably.
oh,
Maybe for you.
I was gonna say no. I have total
You-
confidence, and I
Yeah,
know everyone
same.
else does.
Yeah.
I think she's a great pitcher, and I think she might be a little nervous, but
Yeah.
she has a total poker face. She doesn't
Yeah.
show anything. If it, if a team hits a good hit off of her, she doesn't let it get to her, and she
Oh, that's
really
good.
keeps going. Yeah.
Charlotte's too. You have to be an upperclassman to come on the radio shows, right? That's what the that's what a lot of schools have anyway. So we'll see Charlotte next year maybe. So you're all juniors. Is the prom coming up for you girls, or is that I'm out of the loop
it's
on that
like
stuff.
May 20. Yeah.
May 24th? Oh, so that feels early.
Yeah.
When do you get out of
I
school?
don't know. June 14th, I think.
Yeah, so I guess it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm out of the loop on these things. I forget the whole school schedule. The rain is brutal, isn't it?
Yes.
is-
Oh my gosh.
It's terrible. It's very tough softball weather. I went to. We were going to go to Fenway yesterday for the Red Sox game, and it actually ended up being a beautiful day. We still should have went, but it's like rain in the forecast every day. It's deterring plans. How about let's do rapid fire real quickly. Let's start with you, Megan. I always save this till the end, and I was telling myself today I think we should do it earlier because I always run out of time, and it usually leads to funny conversations. So, favorite class?
Oh, I would say English probably.
Favorite teacher?
Probably my English teacher
Okay,
too.
you can name drop.
Oh, Mr. Roland.
We only don't allow name dropping if it's your worst teacher. Favorite TV show?
Probably The Office.
Very common
Yeah.
one. Caitlin, favorite movie? It's okay. You can take your time.
I don't really watch movies.
Oh wow,
so,
interesting answer. Okay.
Yeah.
How about favorite food? Caitlin is struggling with the rapid fire.
Chicken Caesar salad.
One of mine too. Excellent choice. We'll come back to you on movie. We're not done with you yet. We'll go to Biz. Let's go back to TV show.
Probably Grey's Anatomy.
Grey's Anatomy.
Mm-hmm.
That's a first time on that one. Okay. Not that it's not a good show. I don't know, but okay. Who's that? What's that guy's name in that? Is that the McDreamy guy?
Yes.
That's him.
Oh,
Okay.
Derek Shepherd.
Derek Shepherd.
Derek Shepherd. Okay, that is that show. All right, great. It's like off the air, right?
It's still going, I think.
Really?
They're like
Yeah.
on the 15th season.
Grey's
now or
Anatomy is still
something.
going?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know when it's gonna stop. It just keeps going.
I know.
Gene is a fan over there too, I think.
Yeah.
Favorite sport to watch other than softball?
Probably football.
Okay, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Gina, let's do favorite movie.
Favorite movie. I don't really watch movies either, but I went to the movie theaters and I saw A Star Is Born and I thought that was really good.
Star is Born was good.
But it made me like depressed.
Yep, that'll happen. Did you know the ending beforehand?
No, I had no idea.
Oh, you could have cheated on that. That was
Yeah.
it's like the third one of those, I think. Well, yeah, that was a sad one. Bradley Cooper, good voice.
Yes.
Interesting. Yes, somebody else who said that. Megan very much agreed. Yeah. All right. And favorite class?
I don't know. I like study hall,
Study hall. Interesting. All right. Good
even
answer.
though that doesn't really count.
It does not count. Yes, we're not counting that. Did you get a favorite movie? Did you come up with one?
Not yet.
Caitlin? All right. We're not letting you off the hook. Favorite movie by the time the show is over.
Okay.
Who's the team leader? Who's like the person that when times are going tough speaks up for you girls and kind of gets the psyche good?
Well, I feel like Megan.
Megan.
Yeah.
Megan.
She always keeps our mood like up and like
Aw,
she cheers
good
us so
job.
excited. for,
She's
like-
always so excited.
If we have a rough game, she'll always bring us up after.
Good job, Megan. Grab that microphone.
Thanks.
Do you take pride in that? That must be a pretty cool thing to hear.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I definitely just, when you just being named captain, that's just the one job that
Yeah.
you want. You want everyone to have fun. You want everyone to.
Are you the one captain?
Oh,
Is-
no.
You're
We're
all
all-
captains.
yeah, we're
You're
all
all captains?
captains, yeah.
4 captains?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a group.
Yeah. But it's just, I want everyone to
Yeah.
enjoy their experience, and I want them to never be down on themselves, obviously, because softball is a huge mental sport. So
Who do you have
even
to pick up the most out of this group?
Hmm?
Who do you have to pick up the most out of this group?
None of them. They're all great.
They're all good. Very good. It must be tough being on a team, though, with so many younger players. I mean, you're used to have a team with no seniors is very, very rare.
Yeah.
I'm not sure we ever actually had one, to be honest with you. I don't think I've ever had that happen on this show, but that must be a little bit tough in ways. Probably rewarding, too, but
Yeah, it's definitely different because obviously we're the oldest ones on the team, and there's no
Yeah.
one like you kind of look up to or see like have experience
Yeah.
from. But it's really awesome to be able to obviously go to the younger kids and have them look up to you. And
yeah, that's cool. Biz, do you feel like you had to grow up like quicker with being a leader, being a junior, like grown into a captain as a junior?
Well, like maybe a little bit, but
Yeah.
like with our previous captains, like looking up to them, I felt like I like knew what to do.
Yeah,
Like they were really good role models.
they
so.
showed you the way.
Yes, yeah.
Who were they? You can name drop them too.
It was Julie Freitas, Fiona Hill, Autumn West, and who's the last? Taylor Fitzpatrick.
Oh, good
yeah.
job. Got all four.
Yeah.
Oh, very good. Caitlin, do you ever see like these youngsters making mistakes that you're like, no, 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 no?
Not really, honestly. I feel like they're just mistakes that like everybody makes, like mental errors that happen in games that like happens to all of us sometimes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Gina, what's your advice to like when you see like a freshman just kind of doing the wrong thing, but kind of like that common mistake that, you know, you probably made? How do you deal with that?
I feel like all the freshmen we have, like, they work really hard, and if they make a mistake, they know they need to fix it, and then they do what they can to get better, and it usually shows.
What's the deal with like, you said you're a very close team as far as hanging out. I think you mentioned that, Biz. What's the deal with, is it like close with the freshmen too?
Yeah, we're definitely really close with the freshmen.
That's good. It's kind of, it must be kind of unique though, because that is a big age difference, right? Junior to freshman is like, I remember that being a tough, not a tough jump, but it's like kind of a big, how old are you all?
I'm 16.
16 and 17, so your freshmen are a couple of years younger. That can be like, that's a big 2 years, I find. I don't know, or at least it used to be that way. Maybe not. Maybe you're all one big happy family. Who's the toughest team in the Cape Ann League right now?
Maybe like North Reading, Triton, Amesbury too, yeah.
Did you just name the whole league? I think every one of you said somebody else. Tough league, apparently.
We're actually supposed to play North Reading tomorrow too.
Oh, okay.
It's North Reading.
You girls have no idea who you're playing tomorrow. Megan, who are we playing? You're the.
we're playing North
Take the. Give Megan's my go-to when I need factual information here. She's the one who mentioned schoolwork. I'm trusting Megan the most. It's North Reading tomorrow.
It is North Reading.
What time's that game?
3:45.
What do you want to tell people to come out and see Pentucket softball this year? What's your selling point?
Oh gosh.
You're gonna make like a Pentucket softball commercial. Like what's the guarantee?
I definitely think it would be interesting to come out and see, you know, considering that we're a young team,
Yep.
and just to watch us grow. And I think we've been doing actually really well considering our circumstances and our defense and stuff. So that's really
Do you girls
awesome.
play the underdog card a little bit? Like you kind of feel like maybe the rest of the league is not expecting much from you because you are a young team and you know you don't have that senior leadership, and maybe you can kind of rally around that.
Yeah, definitely. You know, you definitely have to take that into consideration, and
Yeah,
that's a big motivating factor that goes into every single game.
I bet. Let's go, Caitlin. What's your favorite? Is it like being on the practice field? What's your favorite part about this team? Is it the pasta parties? Do we do pasta parties? Is that something you do?
Yeah, we do.
Okay. Everybody seems to like those, but
I don't know. I feel like I just like how we're always like so close, and like during practices we always like make it fun, and like
yeah,
I don't know. It's just like such a good environment to be around, and all the kids on the team get along, and it's not like
yeah. That's who's the coach?
Mr. Kowalski. He's also our vice principal.
Oh,
Yeah.
how many vice principals do you guys have?
Two.
Really? That's interesting. So it's Dan. Is Dan also the vice principal?
Yeah.
So they're both vice principals.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then we have Deb Smith as our coach too.
Okay. And they both make it fun, you say?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And Dan shows up to the games. Very good. So Dan's the only athletic director, right?
Yeah.
Okay. To get the whole lineup done. Biz, how about we'll keep moving down the line here. How about you? What is the favorite? Do you like the practices, the pasta parties?
Well, I definitely like pasta parties because
Yeah.
I mean, like, the pasta's good, and also like just spending time with like our team, like not so like softball focused.
Without a ball.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
just like getting to know like your teammates better is also really fun always.
And watching Grey's Anatomy, you know.
Of course.
Gina, what about the as far as the closest of this team? What's the who's like the freshman that has most impressed you?
I feel like they've all impressed me, but we've had Emma Lapata, she plays second, and then Carrie Sullivan has been on third base, and they've definitely been stepping it up for us.
Yep. Are you kind of in charge in the infield? Well, you're an infielder. You're shortstop too, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're kind of like it's the same thing in softball. Like you're kind of like the captain of the infield at shortstop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gina answers for you. Yes, she is. Yelling, barking instructions and all that stuff. You can answer that one too. Yep.
Yeah, we both try to. Sometimes we both scream at the same time, and we look at each other, and we're like, "No, I want to scream."
That actually happens.
Yeah, a lot.
A lot. Really?
It happens with me and Megan sometimes.
Where do you play again? Sorry, you're a catcher. Okay, good. Do you have to? And actually, Megan, one quick catcher battery question. Do you call like pitches, or is it?
I do, yeah.
You call all the pitches.
Yeah.
You're in control.
I am.
Oh, wow.
It's a little scary sometimes, but you just have to trust yourself and know that.
How's the umpiring at the?
I think it's not that actually. It hasn't been bad.
No, you're
I
like kind
haven't
of surprised by that though, because I am too actually. Basketball was not good. I did a few basketball games this year, and it was basketball was tough. Some nights good, some
Yeah.
nights bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, same thing for softball.
Yeah.
What's the? Do you ever have to like go out and settle down any of the two pitchers?
I haven't this year yet, but I
Yeah.
definitely on the bench after an inning, I'll definitely go up to them and say like, you're doing amazing, or
Yeah.
don't worry about it, don't let it get to you.
Do you ever say like, "Where's your head? You are terrible today"?
No, of course
that never
not.
happens. Okay.
No.
Just asking. Caitlin, who's the best pasta party on the team?
Biz.
Biz family comes through.
Yeah.
Who's
all the time.
who's in charge of that?
My mom,
Yeah. Give a shout out to your mom. What's your name?
Jen.
Jen.
Shout out to
We
my
love
mom.
Jen.
Everybody loves Jen LaCroix. Okay. Why is your pasta parties the best? Is it the Grey's Anatomy?
Totally.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think my mom just gets like really excited for it.
Can I hear more about that? Why so excited?
I don't know.
She cook a lot?
No, we usually like buy food.
You buy
from
food?
places. We get it catered.
Oh well, yeah. Sometimes that's good too. A
Yeah.
lot of people are going like outside of the pasta parties, like the restaurants and stuff now, right? We've had a lot more of that, like renting rooms and stuff.
Yeah.
We never did that. We were always like in somebody's basement or something, or when it was nice outside. But you probably haven't had a chance to do that yet, like the cookout, right?
Not yet.
Weather's been bad.
Mm-hmm.
The how is the student support at Pentucket for the softball team? Do you feel it at 2-5 in the early season, or everybody's looking at each other for the politically correct answer?
I don't know. We don't really get much support from the students, but I feel like a lot of the teachers are usually there cheering us on, which is good.
How about like have you girls been a part of a tournament yet?
We had a scrimmage. We had scrimmages, and
Like
it
the
was kind
state-
of like a
the
tournament.
State tournament though, like that at the end of the year.
Oh yeah,
Alright.
the past 2 years we qualified for the
You
tournament.
qualified both too. Wow, and you were all on that team. That does the fan sport kind of get bigger at that point? Kind of.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, very good. That's interesting. See, what you need to do is make a big, deep run into like the semifinals, and you'll have all sorts of people there. Yeah, see, you know what I'm talking about. Let's see, you girls have time for like 10 more minutes after this. Take a quick break. We'll talk about other stuff when we get back. Promo. I keep forgetting to read this. Don't forget, folks, our show is both radio and TV available on demand, streaming on our YouTube channel and SoundCloud. Go to ncmhub.org. That is ncmhub.org. I'm not going to read the rest because you can figure it out by now. Hit the right icons on the top of the pages and you'll be fine. Yeah, we'll be right back. My name is Drew Moholland. It's Afternoon Drive on Joppa Radio. Tyler Neufeld, David Kramer doing the TV side. Lexi Foley here on the radio side. Want to wave, Lexi? Do the wave thing that Tyler does? You notice you barely got in. See, you have shorter arms than Tyler. We'll be right back. Much more in just a moment with the Pentucket Softball Squad, the captains, in just a moment. All right, welcome back to Afternoon Drive on Joppa Radio. Happy Thursday, almost to the weekend. Congratulations. Just get through tomorrow. Very exciting. We are here with the Pentucket softball squad, the Sachems, Gina D'Agostino. You can wave as we say this. Biz LaCroix, Caitlin Kuchar, and Megan McCoy. This has been fun. So we have we're just talking off the air about, interesting topics to talk about, and one came quickly to the forefront. Let's just get right to it, Caitlin. We have laugh attacks, do we? On the field and off. Yes, perfect. Right on cue.
She has them all the time.
Hang on, sorry, Gina, I put your mic on. There you go.
She has them all the time.
Okay.
She just starts laughing for no reason.
Here we go.
And here we go. Yeah, this is fun. We could just sit back and watch. It might not translate to radio. I don't know. So how do you deal with this here, Caitlin? This is
Let's
interesting.
hear it.
I've never had a laugh attack happen on the. You know, when I was struggling with my microphone earlier, I noticed there was more laughter than I thought there should have been. I was like, wow, they have no sympathy for me. My microphone won't stay with me.
I don't deal with it.
You don't deal with it. Okay. You're the shortstop, the leader of the infield, barking out instructions through pure laughter.
Pretty much.
Okay. This would be reason enough to go see a Pentucket game, I think, Megan. This could have been included in the commercial. Has this always been a thing?
Yeah, I don't know when it started, but like.
Biz does not help you. Biz, every time, Biz is encouraging this. Yeah.
And Gina.
Sometimes I do it with her because her laugh makes me laugh.
Yeah, it's contagious.
Yeah, but you two can work through it, whereas Caitlin cannot. She is. We've lost her for the rest of the show, I think. Well, all right, that's interesting. I'm gonna keep an eye on this for the rest. Other sports. You girls all play other sports.
Yes.
Why don't we go through it? Where else can we find you next year?
I run cross country.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you like running?
I do. It's like, it's one of those things where everyone's like, oh my gosh, why would you like that kind of thing?
Yeah.
But it's just
Therapeutic.
in the moment. And the team is amazing.
Do you
so
run
it's
on
great.
like your own too? Or do you have to be forced to?
Sometimes I do need a little encouragement,
Yeah.
but it's, definitely finding motivation is hard, but
I do too.
yeah.
Get a hound dog. They kind of force you to do it.
I will.
That's what I have. We run a lot. It's something you can do your whole life too. It's a nice little thing. Very good. Caitlin, other sports? Should we give you a second, Caitlin? Have you recovered yet?
I'm good.
Okay.
I do field hockey and indoor track.
Okay. A few runners. Very good. Biz?
I do field hockey.
Field hockey, all right. Oh, good. So she's there to drive you
I
crazy,
also do
Caitlin,
field
more.
hockey.
Oh, good. Yeah, so that's okay. You can't get rid of you three.
Yeah.
Excellent. Field hockey. You only use that one side of the stick there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mind blown when I learned that back in the day. That's
Yeah.
that's different. Did you ever tempted to just use the backhand?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I actually play goalie, so it's like
Oh, you're the
you
crazy
kick
one.
the ball
Yeah.
with your feet.
Yeah. Do you mostly use your feet, do you?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that, do you have like, I always say lacrosse goalies are crazy because very little padding and a very hard ball. It's like a similar ball, but you have a little more
Yeah, I
padding,
feel
right?
like I have a lot more padding than like lacrosse players normally do.
You ever take one in like a shin, though, that really hurts?
Yeah, sometimes.
Do you ever get like really angry in practice? Like somebody takes a shot and you're like, come on.
Yeah.
Yes. Would you like to address this with somebody, a particular
No,
moment?
not really. I can't really
Okay.
remember. It just happens like once
Yeah,
in a while.
That's good. You put it behind you. Excellent. Stop trying to get her to laugh, Biz. I can see it happening. We had a producer question. Our friend Lexi here. This is Lexi behind us, for those of you in the room who haven't noticed. I might make this a thing, a producer question of the day. Lexi wants to know, and we can start with you, Gina. Let's go down the line. Future career plans. What are you going to do with your life,
Future
juniors in
career
high school?
plans. Well, I personally have no idea what I want to do.
Excellent.
So
Good start. Fantastic stuff. Okay. Let's move
I've
right.
been thinking about it. I just don't have any thoughts.
Excellent. Nothing. But no, go ahead. No hiding from the microphone. What'd you say? There you go. Give it back.
Well, I just noticed what I said did not make any sense.
You think about it a lot,
Yeah.
but you have no plans.
But yeah.
Okay. What do you like to do other than what we've talked about? Possible passions. We can work through this. We can get you into a place where you have a career plan by the time you leave.
I don't know. I like being around people, so maybe something where like
People
you're
persons.
always talking.
Communication.
Yeah.
Something. Communication school. There you go. That's where you're going. Biz, how about you, Biz? Career plans.
I want to do something in the medical field.
Whoa. It's
Yeah.
fancy.
Yeah.
That's good. What do you like, saving people and stuff?
I don't know.
Grey's Anatomy just came together. There it is.
But I probably want to do something like physical therapy or like chiropractor or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, along those lines.
That seems very specific. Is
Yeah.
somebody a chiropractor in the family?
No.
Really?
I just like that stuff like just satisfies me. Just think it's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very. What? How do you feel about Scrubs?
Scrubs.
It's the other hospital show, right? Those are like the big ones.
I don't really
You don't know Scrubs?
No.
Oh no! Have you girls heard of Scrubs?
No.
You have
I
only
think
one.
so.
I'll
Really?
have to look into it.
Wow, is that show like that old too? Here we go again. I've done it again, Lexi. Going into I had the baseball guys on the other day, and I mentioned the movie Major League. Have any of you seen Major League? It's becoming a thing on the show. Everybody just says no back at me. And it's you know the song Wild Thing?
What?
Wild Thing. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh
No?
no. I thought you were saying like wild. I want to know wild.
You thought it was a different song? No, it was the Wild Thing. Never mind. We're not going through this again. I have to drop this at some point. I'm just shocked. It's not a great movie. What was I saying? I forget. You're going to be a chiropractor or something?
Yeah.
What is that the only plan? You're like going to go to chiropractor school?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Hopefully. Yeah.
Well, all right. You have a year to figure it out. Caitlin, how about you? Career plans? Comedian?
She'd laugh at her own joke.
I could be a comedian if I had you in the audience. It would be fantastic. You must be the comedian's best friend everywhere you go. Yeah, she is awesome.
I also want to do something
This is great.
like physical therapy, maybe.
If you weren't here 5 minutes ago, we have a problem with laugh attacks here with Caitlin, which is very funny. Have you ever gotten in trouble in class for this?
Yes.
Yes. Like,
Yeah.
pretty regularly?
Depends on who's in the class.
When Biz is there, it's big problems? Yeah. And Gina? Okay. Megan, you seem to be the one that doesn't seem to be encouraging this sort of
I
laugh
mean,
attack.
I don't
It's
think
too
I
easy?
encourage it, but I definitely laugh along when it happens.
Megan's like the adult in the room here. I'm not going to do this to her, although it's hilarious. Megan, how about future plans for you? She's crying. Look, she's crying.
I also want to go into the medical field.
Really?
I'm not really sure what, but
I think you girls
maybe-
are all spending too much time together.
I know. But maybe like I was thinking pediatrician
Oh,
or something
okay.
like that because I like working with kids.
Working with
but
kids?
Yeah.
You know, I went to my do you girls still go to like your pediatrician?
Yeah.
That seems reasonable at your age. I didn't go to a doctor for a very long time, but not too long. It's bad advice. But when I was in like college, I needed like a thing to start the junior year. Probably it was like late. I was kind of too old, and I was like, oh yeah, who's my doctor? I haven't like been sick in a while, and I was like, oh yeah, it's Dr. Short was his name. Great doctor, pediatrician. And I went in and I was like, I probably should have like an adult doctor at this point. Like, what are you as a junior in college? You're like 20, I think you're 20, right? And older, maybe older.
Yeah.
Probably older, yeah. And I walked in, and I saw this woman there that I knew, and I said, "Oh, good. I went to school with her. I'm not the only one." And then her two kids came running out.
Oh my gosh.
And I said, "Okay, yeah, I think I need to get myself an adult doctor." That's my pediatrician story. Great pediatrician, Dr. Short, though. I wonder how he's doing. I miss him. Never had a better doctor. But that's good. Working with kids, that's exciting.
Yeah.
No. Usually with a group of 4, we get like an animal answer, like a vet or something. Because puppies are adorable.
They are. but
actually, I was thinking.
Gina, yes, I felt it. Welcome
Because I
back.
just recently got a puppy, so my mom mentioned it, and I was like, oh, maybe.
Sweet. What kind of puppy?
It's a bug. It's a Boston Terrier and a pug.
Oh, okay.
He's really small.
They stay small?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's great. I got a puppy, too, to go along with my hound dog.
What kind of
Sure.
puppy?
I don't know. He's a... We're trying to figure out exactly what he is. Here, I'll show you a picture. Yeah, I don't know. Have you, maybe a... I don't know. I'm still debating. Maybe a boxer kind of thing. But
Oh,
we've heard a lot of different...
bugs
explanations.
usually kind of look like boxers.
Yeah. What is it? Have you finding it tough raising a puppy, or is it easy?
Yeah, sometimes he gets annoying because he won't stop biting me.
That's not good. But we have a big 80-pound hound dog too, so they're kind of playing. The guy's like, "Who is this little guy that's jumping on me all day?" You know, this is those are them at the beach. Yeah, see, that's the reaction we like. Lexi, did you miss the reaction? Why is the camera on me? You missed the oh. Ready? Do it again in unison. It was good. Ready? Oh, that's good. Oh, you want to see the dog? There you go, Lexi. There are the dogs. There you go. Is that the camera? Yeah, but now it's not on me, Lexi.
It's still on you.
It is? There it is.
The delay.
Oh, it's a delay. See, this is why I shouldn't do it. Lexi's better than I am and all this stuff. This is why I shouldn't get involved. Where are we? What the heck were we talking about? Who was last? Where were we? You?
I
yeah.
was
So you
last.
found a career. You're going to be a vet now?
That was just one of my thoughts.
That was your only thought so far. that's now one thought I found. Well, that would be good. It's
Yeah.
exciting. It's rewarding. You all picked rewarding things. That's good. You weren't like a, radio host or anything. That's good. You can do that. It's exciting. Again, Gina D'Agostino, Biz LaCroix, Caitlin Kuchar, Megan McCoy. What is one thing about the Pentucket softball team that I don't know? I asked you that about high school. We didn't really get into too much, but what would surprise me if I went to practice? What do you think? Who's got a good story? I like that. Very polite. Raising of the hand. I'll go.
Well, I don't know if this is a story or not, but I feel like we're all just so close. There's never anything like going on or any
There's
drama.
no drama?
No.
There's got to be drama.
There isn't.
There's always drama.
No, there isn't. I've always said this to my friends and everyone that asks about it. The softball team has always been the best team I've ever been on. Just
Really?
all the girls, they're so nice. Everyone gets together so well.
All right, so where's the dirt then? It's on the cross-country team?
No.
They're all great too?
Yes, they are.
Are you a captain there too?
No, I'm not.
You have seniors on that team?
Yes.
Yeah. How did you try to recruit any? There any athletes that like should be doing something during the spring out there that are just hanging around? That
Yeah,
Yes.
we definitely try to recruit people, but
Didn't
I
work
don't
out.
know. Yeah.
no one took it. Bad sell job by you for it. What's the? So you like your coaches? You like all the teachers? What's a good question? I was thinking this earlier. There's a lot of talk about school start times. Do we? What time do you start school at Pentucket?
7:35.
Think it should be later or quick? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd definitely be nice.
That's three
but-
yes, Megan. So if you're gonna take the other side here,
No, yeah, it's definitely nice. I think it would be. So
you think it would be better or maybe
I don't know.
not?
Like, there's always the
Got the
argument.
very measured answer. I knew this was the person to go to.
There's always the argument of whether extracurriculars would be affected after
It
school.
might hurt sports, right?
Yeah, so that would definitely be a factor into it.
Do you find yourself rushing to get games in sometimes, like if there's no lights, sunlight, that sort of thing?
I guess so. We don't really play at night. It's always usually in the
Early enough,
afternoon.
yeah.
So
Any marathon extra inning games in recent years?
Wasn't there one with Ipswich last year?
Ipswich?
Yeah, and then we had one with Hamilton when freshman year.
Freshman year. So what's what game sticks out? What's your favorite win of all time so far? Do you all have one?
From the
Gina?
past years?
Yeah, high school career.
Hamilton won freshman year.
Yeah, Hamilton went
All
on.
of you are Hamilton Wenham? What
Yeah.
happened there?
it was I think we were losing bottom 7. We ended up tying, and then I think they came back and scored, but then
Oh.
we ended up coming back again and winning.
Nice.
So it was
Two
definitely one of those-
comebacks.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite team to beat in the Cape Ann League? Let's go around. I like that one.
Oh gosh, I don't know.
Somebody-
Any of them is great.
Any of them? Yeah, that's a
Um,
good answer too. This is gonna be who's your favorite? Because there are a lot of rivalries.
Did
but
we
I'm
have to beat them?
No. In fact, maybe the bitterness helps. Yes. Why, you got one? Who's been beating up on you?
You can go.
Why? Come on, nobody will ever hear this.
I think
It's not like it's on TV or
probably
anything.
we have
A few.
yeah, we have a few, but probably Triton.
Triton.
It's always been our biggest rivals.
It's a common answer. Triton. Gina, you too? Triton?
Yeah, I've always wanted to beat Triton.
Yeah. Are they good?
They're really good, yeah.
Really good. What's their
One of our
record?
good friends is actually the pitcher.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
You've gone outside the Pentucket bubble.
Yeah.
How did you? Because I never really knew too many people outside of the high school circles of my own. How do you know Triton people?
We all did Rage together,
Oh,
which is
is-
a tournament team.
Oh, gotcha. Who's the pitcher?
Her name's Catherine Quigley.
Okay, you're all Quigley. Triton for you? Did you decide? Yeah.
Yes.
Megan, did you land on one? You said all of them, but there's got to be one.
Triton's
You'll go along with
a good one,
Triton?
too. Well, we also, during our Rage team, the
Yeah.
head coach of Triton was our coach, too, so we know him as well.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
think
kind of
it's
like a
that-
fun rivalry, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
It
know
is
other
fun.
girls on the team too.
Yeah, Caitlin and I also played with their summer team. And so then we got to like become close with them and get to know them. And now whenever we play them, it's like we can say hi and it's fun.
Yeah, okay. That is good. Is there a, what's been like the toughest loss of your career?
I'd say Triton last year,
Yeah.
the second game.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was like a 5-4. Like the first game against them didn't go like too well. It was just like kind of a messy game.
Yeah.
And the second game it was like close the whole game. It was like 5-3 or 5-4, and then it just like
So they
Yeah.
always have the target on their backs, and you almost had them, but no.
pretty much.
All right. When do you play again? When's Triton? Do you know, Megan?
think
You're-
I actually don't.
Isn't it like
Yeah.
our
Probably
last
in,
game
like
of the
2 or
season?
3 weeks.
2 or 3 weeks? Okay.
Mhm.
Is that when does the season end? It's
Our
fast.
last game is May 28th, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
So just a month left. It's crazy how
I
these
know.
seasons are all.
Flew by.
They feel long, but if you really look at it, it's like kind of in a flash.
Mhm.
And then school gets out. What'd you say? I think you told me off the air. Was that off the air or was that on the air when I asked you when school
It
gets
was
out?
on.
It was on?
I think it was like June 13th or
June
June
13th?
14th.
Yeah.
And no snow days, really, right?
No, we had,
I think we have
we
one.
had one, but we do
Alternative learning
alternative
day.
Ooh,
learning
what's
days.
that?
So basically,
Work from home?
Yeah. So the teachers will put online work to do, or they'll give you
Yeah.
it the day prior, and you do all your work, and that's considered a school
Can you ever
day.
like work from home without like weather? Can you ever like just choose to work from home? I think I'll work from home today. That doesn't happen,
I
does
would
it?
know.
No. We never had that. Do you have like textbooks?
Yeah.
Or do you
Sometimes.
have like iPads too?
No, we
No.
don't.
Okay. So it's still mostly pen and
Yeah.
paper.
We have
Okay.
like Chromebooks.
Yeah.
Chromebooks.
Yeah.
They're just laptops.
Laptop. Okay. And you can just bring those to like every class?
Well, the
Oh,
school
no.
provides.
Oh, they
them.
provide
Yeah.
them. All right. Cool. So people aren't just like on their computer.
No.
Your class- Okay.
Yeah.
It's more of a college thing.
Mhm.
Girls will like college if you like computers. And you can do it at chiropractic work, I guess. Do you have back problems, by the way? Is that why? That might be why.
Well, I actually see a chiropractor right now, and like it
So
got
you
me
probably do have some back
interested.
problems.
Yeah.
Either that or you're just cheating for massages or something.
No, but those are nice too.
They are nice. All right, so you have, maybe that's why you want to be a chiropractor.
Mm-hmm.
See that? I'm putting it all together. There goes my pen. All right, final thoughts. What we talked about? Final 2 minutes. Open floor. Go ahead. Thank you, Lexi. Do you girls have questions? That was fun. We did that the other day. Questions for Lexi and I?
How is it being a radio host?
Oh, it's great. It's fantastic. Meet kids like you. It's fantastic. Sorry,
I
go
was
ahead.
going to say, did you always want to be one?
That's a tough question, actually. I don't know. I don't think so. No. College, I think I've kind of found I wanted to do it. Did college radio at my college,
Oh, yeah.
and that was kind of it's fun. If you ever have a chance if you ever want to do something like that, do college radio, because schools that offer it, it's just so much fun. First thing you learn, and one of my good friends who no longer did radio after one night learned the hard way that there's always somebody listening is the number one rule. And the night of playing like a clip from a movie with a lot of language didn't go over too well.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so that would be the best thing I learned. But yeah, probably college, I would say. High school, college, but college I really kind of grew into it. Yeah. You? Anyone else? You don't have to.
How many?
Lexi's open for questions too.
How many different teams have you like talked to, or like
Ooh,
people from teams?
how many teams? I don't know. What would you guess, Lexi? You've been here kind of the whole ride. I don't know.
At least
10? It's a ridiculous answer, Lexi. You're that's I'd say like 50.
It is, yeah.
You girls should ask Lexi. She's got the advantage of being ahead of you on the college search. Did you decide where you're going at officially?
Linden State.
What? Is that new?
Yeah.
You didn't tell me that.
I decided,
It's official?
yeah.
Hey!
Congrats.
Linden State, folks, for those of you who don't know. Lexi is going to go there. Where's that again?
Lindenville, Vermont.
Lindenville, Vermont. Weren't you looking like down south last.
Chicago.
Yeah, maybe okay.
Got into the new school and that was $53,000 a year.
Oh, okay. So that's cool, Vermont. Congratulations, Lexi. I didn't know that. We'll make sure we hit on that next week. Very good. Have you girls looking at colleges yet?
Yes.
All of you? Some Megan, again, the responsible one. Where are you looking, Megan? All the tough questions we'll just send to Megan.
Well, I've just looked at local schools so far.
Yep.
Like UMass Boston, UMass Amherst.
Yep.
I think I've been to Emmanuel and stuff like that.
Yep.
But I'm definitely open to going at least looking other places. I don't
Yeah.
know if I'm comfortable actually going that far away, but it's definitely
Not
an option.
that far. It's not Linden State. Was that 4 hours, Lexi?
Yeah.
4, yeah. Beautiful ride too. Fall, you'll like that. Well, that's good. Junior year too. You got plenty of time to think about it. I'll be honest. I was with you girls. I did nothing until like it was last minute senior year. I had to make a decision, and Lexi did the same thing. But yeah, that's good. So what was I going to say too? All right, so we're good with questions. No more questions? You have no more questions for me? You did have a question. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Who's your favorite team that you've interviewed so far?
I can get out of this question. Let's see. How can I do it? The Little League team. Just obviously, besides you girls, it's the we had like a full Little League team in here. We don't usually do like the young people, but it was I think Amesbury. They had like that Little League run a year or two ago where they were kind of Williamsport almost and running through, and we had like 15 of them with the coach, bunch of little dudes. It was funny. They had no idea what was going on.
That's funny.
That was probably my favorite. A lot of great high school teams though. I always like the high school. I have not had one bad experience, I don't think, with like people being like rude or anything. That's probably the best thing I can say about the Cape Ann League folks. Yeah. Good. Do you have another one? Are you fine?
Oh, no, that's it.
You're good? Okay. Everybody good on that? Should we end with a good laugh attack? No.
Caitlin?
Yeah, just keep giving her the microphone. Caitlin, final thoughts? Why don't you bring us home here? Yep. You're right. It is very funny. I didn't think it was going to be this funny, but it is very funny. I'm not sure it's translating to the to outside of this room, but it's a good way to end the week. This is the last show of the week, so we can just take it in with some laughter. Weekend plans, Caitlin?
Your plans are to laugh.
Just gonna laugh all the way through. There you go. Laugh the rain away.
Yeah.
I was expecting something so much more profound there. I thought you were going to end us with a big bang. Nope.
Yeah. Wait, what was the question?
Weekend plans, I think, was the question.
I'm just gonna hang out with friends.
And laugh away. Weekend plans, anyone? Anything good?
Probably hang out with them.
How could you not?
Yeah.
Not the whole time. All right. Is anybody doing anything else than not hanging out with the people next to you? Nope, that's fine. Perfectly fine answer. Very close team. It was a pleasure to meet you girls. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
I hope you had fun. Never had
did.
Oh, that's great. And thanks for smiling your way through, Caitlin. That was very funny. Lexi Foley, thank you, producing the radio side. David Kramer, Tyler Neufeld on the TV side. Have a great weekend, everybody. That is it for the week. 2 more shows next week, and try to stay dry. It's not been the best of weather, but hopefully that turns around soon, because it has to at some point, right? Don't forget, follow the show at Joppa Afternoons on Twitter. We stay interactive that way. And thanks for joining us for another great week. My name is Drew Moholland, and this has been Afternoon Drive on Joppa Radio.